Rebirth in shadows. The twilight sky was painted in hues of indigo and violet, the last vestiges of sunlight fading as Chloe lay on the ground of the track field. Next to her was the shattered screen of her phone, the pieces glinting in the dim light, resembling stars fallen from the heavens. It was symbolic, she thought, how easily something could break, just like her heart had done only hours before. She remembered the heated argument with Lila, her best friend and first love. The revelation that Chloe liked girls, not boys, had come as a shock to Lila, and in a flurry of hurtful words, they had burned bridges that could never be rebuilt. When Chloe needed Lila most, she had been left alone, her cries for help echoing into an unresponsive void. As the sirens pierced the night, Chloe felt a heaviness settle over her chest. But it wasn't the sound of the ambulance that weighed her down, it was the realization that Lila was not rushing to her side. Instead, she felt hollow, as though the world had swallowed her whole, leaving no trace behind. With trembling fingers, she had signed the waiver, choosing to deny the service that could pull her back from the brink because she wanted to feel, she wanted to believe that someone truly cared. But Lila's absence was like a chill that seeped into her bones, a stark reminder that love could also wound deeply. As the pills coursed through her veins, Chloe fought the suffocating darkness that closed in around her. Memories flooded her mind, of laughter shared in secrets and first kisses stolen beneath streetlights. But the laughter turned to haunting echoes as her breaths became shallow, the world flickering like the dimming screen of her phone. Then she felt it, the weight of sorrow dissipating, replaced by a lightness she had not known in months. It was numbing at first, but she drifted further into the abyss, and in that moment of surrender, she found peace. I died. And then, in a vibrant rush of colors that pulsated like the heartbeat she had just abandoned, Chloe was reborn. She gasped for air, the world around her coming back into focus. The sterile smell of antiseptic filled her senses, and her eyes fluttered open to an unfamiliar ceiling. The first face she encountered wasn't Lila's. It was Sam, an angel with a warm smile and kind eyes that sparkled with unspoken promises. They had met only a week prior during a school support group, where Sam had simply listened when Chloe shared her struggles in silence. "Welcome back," Sam said softly, the warmth in her voice wrapping around Chloe like a blanket. In that moment, Chloe felt something she had not experienced before, true care. Sam didn't ask questions or judge. She just listened. It was a gift, one that felt like hope blooming again in the garden of her heart. As the days turned into weeks, Chloe and Sam built a bond forged through shared experiences, laughter, and the occasional tear. Every moment was a reminder of what true love might look like, not the chaos and fractures of her previous relationship, but a connection that healed rather than hurt. In Sam's presence, Chloe discovered the freedom to explore her identity, to embrace the fullness of who she was. They would walk through the park, sharing stories of their lives, dreams, and fears. They learned the simple joy of holding hands, how their fingers intertwined became a lifeline for one another. One rainy afternoon, they found shelter beneath an ancient oak tree, the leaves creating a tapestry of emerald and gold around them. Chloe felt the surge of feeling she had never fully allowed herself to express. "Sam," she began, her voice barely above a whisper, "thank you for being here. For caring when I thought no one would." With a gentle smile, Sam held her gaze. "You're not alone anymore, Chloe. You never have to be." Chloe's heart swelled with gratitude as she realized that though Lila had been part of her journey, it was Sam who was helping her write the chapters of a new love story, one of acceptance, understanding, and genuine connection. As they leaned closer, the kiss they shared beneath the sheltering tree felt like a renewal of her spirit, a promise that love could exist in countless forms and that she was deserving of the kind that fulfilled her soul. And in that kiss, she felt the shadows of her past dissolve, allowing her to step fully into the light of her rebirth, ready to embrace the love that was meant for her all along. Chloe and Sam's newfound connection blossomed like spring flowers after a long winter. The days turned into weeks, and their bond deepened with each shared moment. The world outside with all its pressures seemed to fade when they were together, creating a sanctuary woven from laughter, whispered secrets, and dreams. One day, while walking through the park, Chloe paused at the edge of a shimmering pond. The water mirrored the azure sky, dotted with fluffy clouds. She felt a surge of courage. "I want to show you something," she said, glancing at Sam with a spark of mischief in her eyes. "What is it?" Sam asked, her curiosity piqued. Chloe took Sam's hand and led her down a path lined with blossoming cherry trees. Each petal drifted down like confetti, turning their footsteps into a dance with nature. They arrived at a small clearing surrounded by wildflowers, vibrant and untamed. "This is my secret spot," Chloe said, her voice tinged with excitement. She plopped down on the soft grass, drawing Sam beside her. "I used to come here when things felt too heavy, you know? It's my escape." Sam smiled, taking in the beauty of their surroundings. "It's perfect," she replied, leaning back on her hands. For a moment, they simply sat in comfortable silence, the breeze rustling the leaves above them. Chloe took a deep breath, feeling a well of emotions rise within her. "You've really changed my life, Sam. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along." "It was you who took the first step toward recovery," Sam replied, glancing sideways at Chloe, her eyes soft. "You have a strength that shines through, even when you didn't believe it." Chloe felt a blush rise to her cheeks, but before she could respond, a sudden urge to dive deeper into their feelings bubbled within her. "Can I ask you something?" "Absolutely," Sam said, her encouragement reassuring. "What does love mean to you?" Sam turned to face her, her expression growing thoughtful. "Love? I think it's about connection and vulnerability. It's the willingness to show your true self, to share your joys and fears. To experience life together." She paused, searching for the right words. "It's about being there for one another, no matter what." Chloe's heart raced. Sam's words resonated with her, clarity stirring an understanding she had always sought. "I want that, with you," she confessed, the weight of her admission hanging in the air. Sam's smile widened, her eyes dancing with affection. "You already have it, Chloe. I want it too." In that moment, the world felt suspended around them, the laughter of children playing nearby, the gentle hum of the wind, all faded into a harmonious background score. Chloe reached for Sam's hand again, intertwining their fingers effortlessly, an affirmation of their unspoken bond. The sun began to dip lower, casting a warm golden light over their sacred space. It illuminated every detail, wrapping around them like a gentle embrace. Disney songs played from a speaker in the distance, the melody sweet and nostalgic. Chloe couldn't resist the urge to sing along, a playful spirit bubbling within her. "A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew," her voice rang out, a mix of laughter and melody. Sam joined in, their voices harmonizing beautifully as if they had known each other for lifetimes. After a few verses, they both dissolved into giggles, enjoying the freedom of the moment. "I guess we're not destined for Broadway," Chloe teased, nudging Sam playfully. "I don't know, I think we could have a future in musical theater." Sam shot back, a grin plastered on her face. As the laughter settled, Chloe found herself gazing into Sam's eyes, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude and joy. "I wish I had met you sooner," she said softly. "Everything happened as it should," Sam replied with a knowing smile, her thumb brushing softly against Chloe's knuckles. "We're here now. Let's make the most of it." They leaned in closer, and Chloe felt her heart race as their lips met. It wasn't a frantic kiss, it was soft, tender, and full of promise, like the first warmth of dawn after a long night. In that kiss, Chloe could feel her walls crumbling further, no longer afraid, but ready to embrace the love that Sam offered. The two lost track of time as they sat there under the cherry blossoms, the weight of their pasts lifting, allowing them to dream freely for the future. They imagined adventures, spontaneous road trips, and quiet nights wrapped in each other's arms, all the moments that would fill their lives with joy. But as the evening settled and darkness began to creep in, Chloe felt the familiar shadow of doubt whispering at the edges of her mind. What if she wasn't worthy of this love? What if things changed? Noticing the shift in Chloe's demeanor, Sam turned serious. What's on your mind? Chloe hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest. What if one day you realize that I'm not who you thought I was? What if I'm not enough? Sam's gaze softened, and she shifted closer, cupping Chloe's face in her hands. You are more than enough, Chloe. You are brave, resilient, and beautiful. And if you ever doubt that, just look at how far you've come. I see you for who you truly are. The past doesn't define you, it only adds to the incredible person you are today. Tears welled in Chloe's eyes as warmth spread through her chest. Sam was right, she had journeyed through darkness and emerged into something new. I'm scared, but I want to choose you. I want to choose love, Chloe whispered, her voice a trembling confession. Then choose me, Sam replied, leaning in to capture Chloe's lips once more. And as Chloe surrendered to that love, the one she had long yearned for but had thought unattainable, she felt transformed. This was her chance at a new beginning. Their connection was fragile yet powerful, an intertwining fabric of shared hopes and quiet understanding. Hand in hand, they rose from the grass, hearts aglow, ready to face whatever came next. Together, they walked back through the path of wildflowers, leaving the shadows of the past behind them, welcoming the light of love that awaited ahead. As Chloe and Sam ventured back through the garden of wildflowers, their laughter filled the air like the sweet fragrance around them. Each step felt lighter, as if the flowers themselves were buoying their spirits, infusing them with hope and new beginnings. Days turned into weeks, and as autumn painted the world in warm oranges and reds, Chloe found comfort in the small routines they established. They studied together for classes, shared midday lunches filled with inside jokes, and spent quiet evenings curled up on the couch, talking, listening to music, or simply enjoying each other's presence. It was everything Chloe had dreamt of, yet it was better, real and raw, grounded in unwavering support. One crisp autumn afternoon, while the leaves swirled around them like a gentle dance, Chloe and Sam found themselves sitting together on a bench outside their school. Sunlight filtered through the golden leaves, casting a warm glow on their intertwined fingers. Let's make a promise, Sam suggested, her eyes sparkling with excitement. A promise? Chloe asked, intrigued. We should find ways to remind ourselves why we're together, even when life gets tough. Little things, notes, surprises, memories. Chloe's heart swelled at the idea. I love that. A promise jar? Exactly. We can fill it with moments we want to remember. Then, when we're having a tough day, we can open it and read through them. Chloe nodded enthusiastically. Let's do it. I want to keep this, she said, gesturing between them, her voice full of warmth. They spent the next hour brainstorming their first notes, each suggestion tethering them further into the lives they were building together. It wasn't about perfection, it was about authenticity, about honoring the journey that brought them together, imperfections and all. As the days grew shorter and the nights colder, they found themselves seeking warmth not just from each other, but from the lives they were creating. Chloe began volunteering at a local LGBTQ+ center, sharing her story with those who needed hope. With each connection she made, she felt empowered and purposeful. One evening, as they cozied up on the couch with hot cocoa in hand, Sam turned to Chloe, her expression serious yet filled with affection. You've been so brave, sharing yourself with others. I'm so proud of you. Chloe felt a rush of emotion wash over her. The journey was still ongoing, but Sam had given her strength to face her fears. I couldn't have done it without you, she said softly, leaning into Sam, her heart swelling with gratitude. As winter set in, marking the end of the year, Chloe and Sam would find themselves nestled under blankets, reflecting on their favorite moments. Each note they had added to their jar glowed with memories, adventures, laughter, and promises fulfilled. One chilly evening, as they settled on the couch, Sam reached for the jar, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Let's read some. Okay, but we should pick a few that are meaningful to us, Chloe suggested, biting her lip in anticipation. Sam reached in and pulled out a folded note. This one says, the first time we kissed under the cherry blossom tree. Chloe laughed, her cheeks flushing at the memory. I was so nervous. And you were amazing. Sam grinned, tapping her finger against her chin playfully. You were the one who turned a simple kiss into a musical. They continued through the jar, reliving cherished moments until Sam pulled out a note that made her pause. This one simply says, forever. Chloe looked up, her heart racing. That one is special. Sam nodded, her expression sincere. I want to make that promise to you. No matter what, I want to be with you. Tears of joy pricked at Chloe's eyes as she reached for Sam's hand. I want that too, Sam. You've changed my life. You showed me what it means to love and be loved. Sam's voice took on a tender tone as she spoke, then let's make it official. Without waiting for Chloe's reaction, Sam stood up, reached into her backpack, and pulled out a small box. Chloe's breath hitched in her throat as Sam knelt in front of her. Chloe's heart raced as Sam opened the box, revealing a delicate bracelet, braided in silver and gold, shimmering in the low light. This is a representation of our forever. It symbolizes our connection. No matter where we go, we're still intertwined. Will you wear it? Chloe's eyes glimmered with joy as she nodded, leaning in closer. Yes. Yes, of course. Sam beamed as she clasped the bracelet around Chloe's wrist. I can't wait to make more memories together. As they leaned in for another kiss, enveloped in love and warmth, a feeling of completeness washed over Chloe. Her past no longer haunted her, it had shaped her, making her stronger and more resilient. Sam had turned her darkness into light, and the journey ahead felt exciting rather than daunting. Winter turned into spring, and as time healed the wounds of yesterday, Chloe and Sam found their footsteps in the snow beginning to glimmer with new opportunities. The love they nurtured was unwavering, a bond that thrived through laughter, adventures, and quiet evenings. On a bright spring day, surrounded by blooming flowers under the cherry blossom tree, they sat together, reminding each other of the promises they had made. To forever, Sam said, raising her glass during a picnic of apples and sandwiches. To forever, echoed Chloe, their eyes glowing with understanding and love. And in that moment, as the petals danced around them like memories of days gone by, Chloe realized that love was not a destination, but a journey, one she was thrilled to share with Sam, hand in hand, for all the days to come. Forever, indeed.